Hi all the Aquarius, welcome back to my channel Arrow Sisters. Aya here with you today. This is video for the tarot reading for the month of July. I hope you have succeeded to overcome the recent solar eclipse and how are you doing with the 6 planets retrograding. I believe the solar eclipse has hit you in terms of your health situation or certain routine, or maybe you are changing your diet or starting the fitness plan, because this is all happening inside of you where the solar eclipse happened for you, Aquarius. So let's see what first jumping out card. Let's see what tarot cards are going to tell in terms of July for all the Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If you are new to my channel, please like and subscribe as an energy exchange. Otherwise, for everyone has returned, I really appreciate that you're following. And stay until the end, because I will be using another card deck in order to give more insights about this reading, in order you could prepare yourself for the month of July and you would have the most accurate information that you might have in general. So let's now look at the tarot cards first. Aquarius, stay until the end, because I will be introducing more information with the new astrological card oracle deck, which will give more insights what to expect, because there are so much happening in the month of July for you, Aquarius. It definitely will be a life-turning months, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have 5 out of 6 cards which are from major arcana, and wow, it's like first time I have doing all these monthly prognosis, so many major arcanas just in a 6-card spread. But let's look one by one. Well, we had a one jumping out card, and this is Queen of Wands reversed. Somehow I'm thinking that this is how you will be feeling, this is how you will be acting, especially with the Tower in your mind for the whole month. And this can indicate that you are feeling pessimistic, full of temperament and overwhelmed. You may be feeling that you have taken on too many tasks and you are trying to keep too many balls in the air. You may be exhausted and heading for a burnout, or on the flip side, it can as well indicate that you are being overbearing or sticking your nose where it doesn't belong, as well as if you can offer support to people in need, do so. But always remember that if you interfere for someone else's business, they may not thank you. This card also represents not taking charge of the things, or being disorganized or extremely chaotic. When reversed, the Queen of Wands is being inefficient or hindering others. As a person, you may feel that, well, no matter it is mature female or feminine person, you can be demanding, overbearing, pushy, rigorous, busybody, or even bully to others. You will feel a lot of fire inside of you. Or as well, it can be someone who is entering in your life as a sign of Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, and trying to manipulate with you, or trying to be jealous or catty towards you. So it depends, is it you or someone else? And as well, Queen of Wands is someone who is malicious liar and deceitful, unfaithful, troublemaker. So be cautious. Is it you or someone else? Well, you need to decide how are you feeling, how it resonates with you. But I mean, be very careful. And why I think this is you, because we have here the Tower card, and the Tower is saying that there will be a certain trouble coming towards you, a certain situation, and something, it will be like literally creating a chaos and destruction in your life. And this will be the main event, what is happening in the month of July. It can be sudden upheaval or unexpected change. That this change usually is scary, life-changing, and after most often unavoidable. A negative event, which is signified by this card, it's like your life is not going to be the same, and you will realize that it's going through, you need to go through a rough patch with this card. On a positive aspect, the Tower is that the destruction it brings usually is directed at something that was not built or was built on the false beliefs or false foundations or unrealistic goals or dreams. Also, on the bright side, the destruction which is brought by the Tower card is always followed by renewal. You know, the next card is the card of the Star, which is bringing again the new beginnings, but already from completely different belief system. However, the Tower is a negative aspect, can represent the whole host of tragic, being maybe someone is divorcing, or someone is has a bad health, and you are really drawn into this because you know you are drawn into this other people's drama, and you are really suffering of this change, about this dramatic change which is brought by the Tower card. As well, I would say be really mindful about your safety, or if you take a big gambles with the money, this can be a warning that act with very high responsibility. Think literally 10 times before you do something, because there are a potential of certain disasters which is not in your hands, which will come from outside towards you, and this is why be very careful. On the brighter side, where are you going? What are you thinking about? Here we have the Empress, and this is why it's like very controversial. Something really bad will happen, but Empress is really positive card. And Empress is signifying motherhood, or really very strong card of femininity. It also is the strongest pregnancy card. So maybe if you are getting pregnant and your life is changing, something is really changing inside of you, and you turn out to change the whole life because of this pregnancy. And as well as if you are a man, it's a fatherhood card. So anyway, it's like a new birth is coming into your life. Even if you are not parent, the message is the same, that you need to somehow embrace your softer side and allow yourself to explore the emotions that you are feeling, and you need to listen to your intuition, and people will be drawn to you, especially those who need empathy and compassion and nurturing. And it goes very well together with the Knight of Cups, which is, it could be someone coming into your life, someone maybe from the distance, maybe someone that you will meet through the travel, because here Judgment is about having a distant relationship through, like maybe your partner is living overseas. If not, anyway, the other people around will be coming towards you with some positive proposals. It represents offers, good news, invitations. The news or offers the Knight of Cups is bringing is usually carrying a certain excitement. They are kind of offers or news we hope to receive. It can be action takers, such as indication of to follow your heart. Maybe you will meet someone and literally like you fall in love from the first sight, and you just, and maybe you get pregnant from this person. Or it can simply be that Knight of Cups is someone or some kind of situation that you're feeling gentlest affection and warmth. It can also represent grace under the pressure or diplomacy. So you may find yourself acting as a meditator in resolving any kind of disputes or conflicts which are coming around from surrounding people. As well as it can be someone around 20-35 years old who is emotional, romantic, caring, gentle, idealistic, and he can be sign of Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And you have this kind of, maybe you are deciding to travel together and something can happen. So be very mindful about the travel plans, about anything, because there is something unexpected really can happen which is not in your hands. So think twice before doing that. If not, if looking at your relationship and your love life, if you, Aquarius, is already in the relationship, it can indicate that you are avoiding making a decision about your relationship because of the self-doubt. And maybe you are deciding where I'm going, is it like worth to continue, because maybe it's not working out and there is someone else coming with romantic proposals, and this is why there is this Tower, because this is as well like divorce card or separation card. But whether this decision is about the relationship moving forward or ending, this decision needs to be made in the month of July. Judgment as well says, as I mentioned before, that maybe you are judging your partner too harshly. Be wary of throwing the blame or accusations at each other during the arguments to try to provoke maybe certain action. You may do more damage to your relationship than you mean, and maybe you are thinking that there is certain drama, but it's not, because you don't have the correct facts about the relationship. So really think twice, and remember what I said about the Queen of Wands reversed, how you are trying to act, and maybe this lady is interfering into your relationship and you don't even know. And she, remember, she was not very trustworthy. So really think twice if it's about your relationship. On the other hand, instead of like literally if you are in the relationship, try to sit down and talk through how you are feeling without trying to blame each other. You need to forgive past mistakes if you want to have this relationship to move on. If not, just leave it and you are free. You may be able to breathe new life into your relationship that's falling flat with simple, open, and honest communication. It can also indicate that others are judging your relationship and talking about you and your partner behind your back, as the Queen of Wands reversed, remember? The best thing you can do is to, for instance, rise it above. It's really their issue, not yours. Alternatively, judgment can signify being separated from someone with the sea or ocean, like I mentioned before, that you are living in two different countries. But if you are still single, Aquarius, what it means for you, it tells you not to be too hasty in judging potential partners. Give yourself a chance to get to know them before you decide if they are the right or wrong persons for you, because there will be people coming towards you with certain romantic proposals, and so don't judge them too harshly. Yeah, it also reminds you not to be mindful how to come across as a never you can never make a second impression. The first impression is the most important one. And finally, what is happening in your work and in your family life. At your work, career-wise, it can signify that maybe you are feeling a certain trapped or oppressed by your career. This oppression is more than likely within your power to change. For example, you may be feeling pessimistic or drained because you are working too many hours, but you haven't asked for a time off you needed to rest. The sun reversed can also signify success evading you. You may be missing opportunities because you lack a confidence or self-assurance to go and get them. Alternatively, it can indicate that you may have unrealistic careers goals, or may not be taking appropriate practical steps in order to materialize your goals into material world. It can also indicate that you work in cutthroat environment where being egoistic and very competitive may be more valuable in order to achieve what you want. Financially speaking, the sun reverse can be bad omen. Investments may take a downturn or may experience a temporary financial hardship. And this may be temporary financial hardship is related to the Tower card as well, because definitely you will have something in your mind which will just try to kill you from inside, but actually everything can be fixed. So don't suffer too much. I would say don't suffer too much, and look through the truth and to the facts of the situation, then over exaggerate it. And finally, here we have the emperor, and emperor reversed is signifying that there will be a certain man, older man, playing the role in your work, as well as it can be someone authoritative being in the position of the power who is abusing his or her authority and feeling you powerless. It could be related to your work as well as family life. This person may actually be trying to give you a solid guidance, but the message is lost due to the domineering behavior. The best way to handle this person is remain calm and logical. Or it can be as well you who is acting like that, trying to, place your authority towards others, and you don't care about what others think. You just want what you want. If it's not you, just take an advice and leave it. Say yes, 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 and then do whatever you want. Because you cannot really challenge the emperor if this is other person. You can just follow and then do maybe how you want to do it. As well as emperor reverse can indicate that you are letting your heart over your head too much, and you need to balance your mind with your emotions in terms of your family as well as career wise. As well as it shows that you may be lacking self-control in the months of July and need to get more structure in your life. As well as if you are in the family and you're trying to get maybe paternity, there could be a certain issues happening in the months of July. So I would say try to pull yourself together. Don't lose your cool mind. And don't judge the potential suitors who are coming towards you. And let's see what the Astro Soul deck is trying to tell you additionally for the months of July. Additional message. We have Lilith, repressed desires, Saturn. By the way, the Saturn is starting to retrograde and literally slowing down everything, which will have definitely effect on you. And Void, of course. So Lilith is representing the darkest side of our human existence. And Lilith is giving us more information about our darkest side, about your darkest side. The Lilith is strongly linked with the native sexuality, which can also manifest the shame, guilt, rejection, and deprivation. Another manifestation of this archetype can be reflected in obsessed compulsive patterns, extreme binging and purging, which lead to frustration and discomfort. I can link the Lilith together with the Queen of Wands, which is as well showing the darkest side of the passionate and fiery energy of the Wands, and the Queen of Wands, which is reversed. As well as what we have Void, of course, and Saturn. And with Void, of course, it is recommended don't take any harsh decisions. It's better for the month of July to take activities like meditation, yoga, and reflection is really preferred when the moon is void, because at the moment you cannot see through a certain situations what is happening, and you have literally so much happening in the months of July, that I think you will be not able to see through the real situation of all the events and people involved in your life. And Saturn, the planet of Saturn, when the Saturn is retrograding, is strongly linked to the karma during the retrograde phase. It can bring up one's karmic debt or lessons to the surface, making them prominent, or it can represent trials to overcome this. During this period, we may be feeling more restricted, but again, it is just a feeling. It is important for us to connect with underlying issues behind the Saturn retrograde and strengthening our patience in order to prosper. When channeled in the constructive and a positive way, these lessons can often be moments of sudden connection and enlightenment in one's life. And this is why you are advised to meditate, do yoga, don't take any specific decisions. And these karmic issues can be related to the Tower card, which is Saturn is bringing for you, Aquarius. So be cautious, be careful, mind what you are doing, mind what you are speaking, and I wish you good luck in the month of July. If you need additional guidance, come and visit me on Instagram, Arrow Sisters. Otherwise, see you in the next video for the month of August.